Ding, 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 ding. We have a brand new box right here from WrestlingFigures.com. If you guys want to pick any of these up, hit the link in the description below. Discount code here is going to save you 10% on all of it. I don't care if you're talking about old figures, new figures, elites, ultimates, and by the way, don't ever open a box like Hero Fix. I'm not going to recommend that to anybody. It is not a smart and safe choice. So you ought to do is go find someone that can help you out open the box. Go look for your mom. Maybe your dad. Maybe they can help you out. Picking up some brand new figures because WrestlingFigures.com has brought a brand new WWE Ringside Ultimate Edition 2-pack, man. The box inside the box, and then this box right here, technically, we no longer need, so get out of my way, because we need to get this cracked open, you guys. Very excited for this one, and I hope you guys are too. You know what? We're going to have to turn this mug upside down, turn it right side in, and then get this mug out of the packaging. Let's freaking go. Drop a like if you guys want to see what the mystery Ultimate Edition is, because that's what we're seeing right here, you guys. We got WWE Ultimate Edition style of packaging. We got some cheetah print, maybe some zebra. Oh, no, those are polka dots. Those are not freaking zebras, Hero Fix. And then we got a little bit of plaid going on and a whole bunch of stuff. Now, on both sides, you will get oh, that's what it is, you guys. 1993 Steiner recliner. Get your damn recliner, bro. Because not only do we got Rick, but we got Scott, and we got them in brand new style of packaging. I love this, you guys. It makes it bring it up, level up notch. If you're collecting these mock, guess what? You ain't going to be able to see them. You got this damn massive box to get in your damn way. Still, very cool, very thankful. Look at that. Now that's what a brother should look like, man. That is insane, man. There is Rick right there, the amateur wrestling All-American superstar. And then right there, you got a couple of options. Actually, you got three options. You got three different looks for the scan. You got the in-ring singlet. You got the jacket that will literally allow you to play out every single option, man. This figure, inside the packaging, outside the packaging, both ways, however you're looking at it, we're going to get these out of the box right now. We need a full in-depth review landing in right here for the first time for the broskies, man. I hope you guys are having a happy Thanksgiving weekend, because I know Rick Steiner would be proud to see Braun Breaker as far as what he's doing right there over at WWE Survivor Series War Games, man. Love this gear. Now, this is actually pretty cool, because technically, we can actually reenact a couple of different situations. A, obviously, Rick Steiner. B, we can get Braun Breaker and UE, or maybe we can get both of these mugs out of the box. I say we go ahead and do it. Steiner and Kleiner. We have both figures out of the packaging, and they are looking top notch, man. These jackets, I mean, these are really, really nice, high quality material. Got a couple of blends of a soft, and then we got more like a leather or a pleather, fake leather. Both, dude, are looking really, really nice. Now, I've actually have made my own Ultimate Edition Rick and Scott Steiner based off their WCW run. It is based off a different time in WCW, but it's definitely something that I want to bring in here as far as comparison, because again, Ultimate is hands down the ultimate. There's really nothing that surpasses that. And these scans too, look at this. So we got happy-go-lucky, right? Still rocking the mullet, nice and firm. Got all that nice textured tooling coming through. I do believe it's the exact same hairpiece on both of them. This one is kind of like, why are you doing that, brother? Why are you doing? Actually, technically, Rick should be asking that question, because it was Scott that betrayed Rick. But yeah, we're not going to get into that story. The story that I want to tell you is that these two right here are going to bring some serious heat. And I definitely want to interswap both scans just to see how both of them look like on the figure itself. Before we can do that, though, I want to see this one. I want to inspect it a little bit more. I want to see if all the goods are coming with the goods. Now, interchanging hands, you're going to get mic open on the figure. You're going to get full, well, not so much of a full-on open. It's more of like an ass grab type of hand. You're going to get two of those. And then you're also going to get two closed fists right there to do the crown and pound, identical from the left as well as to the right. Now, here is my that I did, and keep in mind, this one is based off like more of like a later WCW. This is more based off his singles run. So, I mean, I don't know how much of a comparison it's going to be, but definitely one to take into consideration. Now, the parts that used on here are actually the ones from the Elite, his very, very first Elite release. I did an arm swap so that way we can get the true Scott Steiner arms, because I mean, Scott's got a very specific design. They have never released this style of arms on this figure, and I don't believe that's what we're going to get with this figure. This one, when he was like on all types of roids, where he was all jacked up. So again, the arms are going to be completely different, as well as the actual head scans themselves. This one is based off when he went full blonde, got rid of the mullet, he did the goatee, and then he slipped on a little metal. He's like, I'm going to be a night bro. I'm going to be a dominating WCW superstar. But how dominant can you be without this jacket? I mean, I really want to ask that. Like, if I were to rock this back in high school, I'd be like the dominant, most destructive wrestler. And Hero Figs was a wrestler, you guys. He actually had a very similar jacket like this, except it was more of like, yeah, this one was red and this is yellow. So different colors, but it was a Letterman's jacket, and it is something that we did wear. Now, it is brought together by Velcro. The pockets are not functional. They're just actually just painted on right there. And when you do slip it off, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Brrr. Oh, yeah, dude. Boy is jacked. Now, I'm going to highly recommend to go ahead and unplug these hands, because if you try forcing this jacket off with the hands on there, you might get a potential tear, and I don't want you ruining your figures, man. I want you to enjoy your figures, whether you're displaying them, whether you're playing with them. Oh, he does, bro. Look at those freaking arms. Like, I don't think that technically he was this big during this time. I mean, he was big. He's always been big. That's the thing about Scott Steiner. He's always been a really big, like, you know, big superstar, but I believe like those 30-inch pythons didn't come in until like the later days. Like, again, when he was more of a singles run. But you know what? I ain't complaining, man. After all, how the hell are you going to tell that that's Scott Steiner underneath that damn mullet? Oh, and this is probably the most plain Jane scan from them all. So again, I'll show it to you, and it is the same hair tooling that we are getting with all three. But I want to get that mean mug, dude. I want to see him get upset because his brother is going to finally turn a different leaf in the page. Or was it Scott? It was Scott. I mean, it was Scott. The betrayal became from Scott, and it was derivative from Scott. So I can't bust Rick. I mean, I'm sure Rick didn't want it to happen, but he knew that if he wanted his brother to succeed and just carrying on and maybe moving on to like a divisional championship style, that might be the way. Now, here's a happy one. This is the smile before the turn. He's like, yeah, bro, I ain't going to turn on you. We're good. We won't be good. And then eventually, you guys know what went down. Now, check this out. The singlet itself, it's actually sculpted on the figure. I mean, this is pretty cool. We've seen it a small handful of different times. You could actually utilize this too. Maybe if you were like making like a Ryback. Ooh, there you go. You want yourself a Ryback Ultimate Edition. Maybe not the arms, because again, the arms were definitely not that big. My boy is on butterflies. He is on pinless on the upper half as well as the lower half, you guys. Yeah, my boy's on pinless all throughout. He is on the drop down style of hip sockets too. So if you want to get like some hardcore posing, you can definitely do so. And also, ball hip. For those that are wondering, my boy right there, he is on ball hip style of joints. Now, again, proportions, love it. I feel like the scale, it's done upright. I really like that old 80s style of design. This is kind of like MDT inspired. This is what actually MDT could do if my boy went on roids. Like if he was to make a custom wrestling figure of his in-ring gear, he could easily rock this, bro. Now, blue solid knee pads. There is no open design. This is kind of like the Kurt Angle style of blue, maybe a little bit of a darker tint. Then we got solid white boots right there with the red laces and a black outsole, of course, right there. We got that double articulation on the toe hinge, which is great, bro. Love the figure. Again, same arms, so we really can't discuss that as far as like them being different. Again, I don't know if I agree. Again, he was big, but his arms were not roided out the way that they were roided out in the later days, whether you're talking about his WWE run or his WCW. I mean, overall proportion, chest, yes. Arms, no. Legs, sure. But I got to give this figure an even 9.5, bro. Like the jacket, like this jacket is going to come so handy. Cannot wait to play around with that. Cannot wait to see what Rick Steiner has to offer right here with this figure. Because again, in his own right, he's bringing quite a bit. He's actually bringing the actual wrestling headgear strap. He's got like the mean mug right there. He's about to bark. No, this is the barking one. He's like, "Hur, hur, 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 hur." And again, I'm going to swap it onto the figure itself. Got a little bit of QC dripping, and I do believe it's the same tooling on the actual mask. This is the only one that actually gets the chin strap, and I don't believe you can buckle it. Oh, that's fancy, you guys. Mattel making optional chin strips buckle as an, oh, bro, that is neat. That is a nice little attention. Again, we'll cover it more once we get further into the figure. Now, same options right there for Rick as far as the hands. So you got that grab ass style, not full on open, more of a grab ass. And then you got closed fist right there to knock his brother out after the betrayal. He does get the white wrist tape. So again, you're going to get all that. And you got Mike open on the figure. Now the figure itself, you guys. Now, the one that I did up, you guys, this one, also based off more of his later WCW. Once they had parted ways, once they've kind of took their own approach, and very much inspired based off, like, what would you guys say? Like, yeah, like the actual Elite that we did get. Because the actual Elite that we did get was a solid black singlet. I kind of wanted to keep it similar to what we did get with the Elite, and I did do a boot swap. So most of the parts from the Elite have literally been carried on over. Now the torso, this is really all we had to work out with, and I can't necessarily that I agree with that torso. It's just something that we had to work with. So again, sometimes you got to improvise. We don't got to improvise today though, mainly due to the fact that they got the man with the new torso. So I really like that, and I really like the jackets. I know I said this already, but when you really like something, bro, you got to tell the people how many times you like it. Otherwise, they won't know that you like it. Look, once, too many, right? Two, too many. Three, well, it's three, man. You got to use three when you get the chance, and when you can't, slip on the hands back on it. And I'm telling you, always take the hands off. Be cautious. Be precautious, because WHF Figgy Fam is going to tell you how to throw down when you get your figgies in the mail, bro. He's going to tell you how to get a discount. He's going to tell you how to rock the gear. And if you don't like the scan that's on the figure, guess what? This isn't the only option. And again, same tooling for the actual headgear piece. You got like a solid green mixed in with a little bit of white accents right there. And the strap on this one, it's already pre-molded on there. So if you guys are wondering like, yo, can you take that one off? No, you can't. Why? Because they didn't make that one as the optional, swappable, interchangeable option. They made the third one as that. And I do have it strapped on there, so you guys can kind of see right there how it all looks like on the figure. You'll push it down just a little bit more. There you go, bro. Look at that. So again, you don't want the strap on? Take it off. Slip it off. However you want it, you're going to get all these looks right there. And I got to do the screaming one. I got to do the dog barking one, because technically that's what Braun Breaker has transitioned right here into the newer generation. So if people are going to be familiar with it in the newer generation, they got to know that actually came from his dad, dude. Look at that. Oh, bro, look at that jaw. Dude got like clobbered, never recovered, because it's kind of sideways. You see that? And that's actually how it was. It's not like a misprint or a QC thing. It's more of a, that was his facial reconstruction. Whoa. Hold on. Do you guys see this? Do you, you guys want to talk about QC? Like, all right, paint apps are one thing, but look at this. My guy has a straight headgear piece bit missing. And I've gone through hell and high water, you guys. There is no actual insert bit right there that goes in there. My guy just didn't want it included. Maybe that's why he's screaming. Dude got blasted, and oh my gosh. Look, if you have it angled to the side, I guess it won't matter. It might only be mine. If you guys got this in the mail already, please go in the comments. Or here's the thing, right? Because if you look at the plug right there, it's actually looking like you might be able to, yeah, you could, but I feel like it's glued on there, you guys. Like, I can't take that off there like simple-handed. So They just, yeah, that's a QC, bro. That is a QC without a shadow of a doubt. Now, let's get back to the torso. Because technically, as we were mentioning, when I did make my Ultimate Edition, I didn't have anything to work with. I had to use kind of like a Triple H. I think it was the Amazon exclusive. This one, he's got the right abdominal region. He's got the right circumference in the chest region. He's got the right Look at that tattoo, you guys. That is one up from my actual Ultimate, because I can only do part of it. The shoulder bit you can't plug in to the style of joint that's inside that socket. I mean, I could just go ahead and pop it in there and call it a day, but now we're going to be taking away from this great gem. And then we got the shoulder tattoo. We got the dog face gremlin, bro, and maybe that's the reason why he got that nickname. Is it that reason? I don't know. One thing I'll tell you is that if you're going to recreate Braun Breaker in Ultimate Edition, this is it. This is the style of singlet. Whether the torso is correct, right? Whether the tattoos are still going to be, you could acetone them if you want to go full out with a Braun Breaker, because the last figure reveals, and I would say for quite some time, he's actually not even scheduled to be released in Ultimate Edition. So maybe you could do a 2-pick ski up ski. I know they sell them in double, and I do believe that they might also do them individually, but you could definitely do it up. Now, the one thing that I got to call them out right there on the singlet, they didn't only do this for Scott, because it's just like painted on right there towards the bottom, but they also did it for Rick, which is very unfortunate, because if you look at your Ryback, like out of all figures, Ryback actually has sculpting and tooling surrounding the lower part of the singlet. Right there, they just stopped with it. So again, it's all on how you feel about it. For me, I would have loved to seen the sculpting. We got solid black knee pads. We got not QC, not QC, not this is not a QC. This is by design, you guys. Like, they didn't throw my guy in here with a different boot. This is how he wore it. And if you guys want to know the backstory, it's actually a true story. And this actually applies to a lot of superstars, right? Sometimes guys forget some of their stuff. So sometimes they got to go knock at other guys' doors and be like, yo, let me borrow your boot. He's like, dude, it's not going to match. He's like, does it really matter? Now, as far as the point of articulation, it is still going to occur in the exact same point as the one with the full-on boot. So right there, and it kind of takes away, like if you really get down to the nitty, it kind of really takes away from the aesthetics, because you can truly tell that the lower half of this boot, it's a different tone as opposed to what we're getting with the upper half. So they had to improvise. So how do you look at it? I don't know. I mean, it's cool that they got the accuracy down, right? But what's not cool is that they had to do a little bit of modification. I'm still giving this figure a 9.6. Dude, I am so happy to have Rick Scott Steiner. And both of them. I'll take both in Ultimate, dude. These guys were top performers. Individual in their own right were solid. More Rick. I don't want to take away from Scott, but yeah, right. Don't want to take away from Rick. But Scott, when he went on his own, this guy, he did wonders. Plus the jackets, you guys. Again, I'm going to definitely highly recommend these, especially when it comes to the jackets. Go in the comments, though. Let me know what you guys think of these figures. Do you guys plan on picking these up? Do you only plan on picking one of them up, right? If you want to just make like a Braun Breaker. I don't know. Go in the comments. I want to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think of my customs, too? Do you guys like the later WCW? Maybe that's one thing. Mattel, also, drop a like, you guys, because I feel like Mattel, anytime you guys drop a like, and if you're this far in the video, also be sure to drop a like, because they listen, bro. I would love to see an Ultimate Edition inspired based off their later run. Love their earlier run, solid tag team in their own right, but the later run. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you brothers on the next one. Steiner Recliner!